Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we fit exactly right after the whole question about teachers and teachers' role and how that would change and transform with the arrival in big ways of education technology, impacting education, impacting the way teachers do their work, impacting learning and teaching, impacting the outcomes that our students will face. On this discussion of digital learning, we offer you our discussion paper that we have prepared over the last 2.5 months or so that I believe you can peruse and you can contemplate over because there are a lot more substance. But I will take advantage of the 5 minutes that I have here to really reflect upon the discussion that we have had in this last 3 days and to pay attention to some of the themes that have come forward and to allow us then to try and train our minds and zero in on what are the possible actions that we can undertake to promote digital learning further. I think the discussion thus far quite clearly illustrates that in the field of digital teaching and learning, there is great complexities. It is an enormous subject. There are many, many issues involved, whether it is about connectivity, whether it's about hardware, about software, about digital platforms, about resources, about the teachers, the students, the communities that are supporting the students, and about, of course, the private sector players as well, and many, many stakeholders involved. So I think this will characterize the tasks ahead even for this action track on just digital learning alone. Nevertheless, quite clearly there are quite a number of recurring themes that have come on again and again in various fora that we have heard in this last 3 days. That number one, that digital learning can transform education, can transform teaching and learning, can be a powerful enhancement of how students learn and become the citizens of the future. Secondly, that technology can help solve many educational problems because of the power of technology. Quite clearly, technology transcends time, space. It transcends the concept of volume because it can just multiply many, many folds very, very quickly. It can reach the furthest end of the world. Technology has also the power of crowdsourcing. So I think therein, technology can do many things that we in education have not been able to do before. And in many ways too, COVID has shown us that. In that technology that is able to transform education has arrived in many ways. And the question that we have to pose to ourselves is how that can be taken advantage of. And in that respect, one of the most powerful recurring theme that has been said by so many speakers, either on the panel or in the discussion, is the concern about the inequities of education, and that digital learning can both help to solve that, but if we don't do that well, digital learning can exacerbate the inequity. And therein lies a lot of the issues that in this area we have got to tackle. And therefore, we have got to prioritize our steps in terms of how we can do this. We are not starting from zero. I think there have been quite a history of actions that have been undertaken. There have been some digital libraries, some repositories, some digital resources that have been developed. So they have already existed. The question for us is how do we move forward from here? So let me quickly distill that into 2 key transformative features and the actionable items that we think we'd like to propose. Firstly, we'd like to promote open digital education resources to encourage countries and regions to develop digital platforms with a library of digital resources, hopefully free, hopefully plentiful, hopefully of high quality, that will be pervasively available to every student within the system. To do that, we also hope to encourage user-generated content, a bottoms-up approach, possibly from teachers, empowering teachers to do that. so that we will be able to populate these resources, these platforms, this repository with good resources. And I think the actionable item here, therefore, is to try and build a coalition of all stakeholders, all interested stakeholders who have done work here, who want to do work here, and want to contribute to this, to provide the digital public learning resources all over the world for free access by all students who need it. The second transformative idea that we have here is to promote pedagogical innovation and to promote capacity of our teachers at scale to use and to leverage and to maximize the utility of digital learning. And we can do this through community of practices, teachers teaching teachers. I think that has been spoken about quite a bit. Students teaching students through collaborative learning. Building teachers' capacity in instructional design, in curation, in development of ideas, in sharing of instructional practices, of lessons. All those are very powerful ideas that technology can help spread tremendously. So there is a lot of scope for that. And the actionable item here, which we would like to initiate, is to really build a network of champions of digital learning so that they can provide the teacher leadership and they can multiply the good work they are doing and multiply the effects they have on many other teachers who can then impact many, many other students' head. So I think there are possible ideas that we want to chew on, and we hope that we'll be able to share them, debate with all of us again, get everybody to think further about it, so that by the time we come to summit, we will be able to think about those items as really possible items to move forward on the advancement of digital learning. Thank you.